Oh my goodness. All right. So just give me a moment. I'm double checking that everything is okay and I can go live properly. Um, and for those of you, if you see me here, just know that I'm gonna answer your messages in a bit after I hop off from here. I've got my clients just texting me, and I'm just so excited to get back to them. But at the moment, um, just so you know, like there are just I just realized that Facebook has now started a profanity filter. Just you know. But you know what? I absolutely am someone who kind of swears. And so I just want you to know that, shit happens and I just went there. I just went there. And so if this Facebook video gets taken down or whatever, just know that that just profanity filter is real. Okay, so beautiful ones, I am so excited to come on here to jam with you. I honestly just want to keep it really short today because I think it's one of those things that needs to be said, and I just wanted to come on here to share a little bit. Um, when we talk about manifesting, a lot of times, it's a lot of the stories and the things that they talk about is most of the time about how to attract, how to manifest, how to be in that frequency where you're drawing in those beautiful divine things. And what happens then when manifesting what you want is not enough? The reason why I want to talk about this is because a lot of my women, the women who come to work with me, are actually women who are divinely gifted, who are absolutely sacred in their own right, and yet they find themselves feeling really, really insecure and afraid that whatever they come to manifest, firstly, will not last. And secondly, they get scared of their own powers of manifestation. The way that they manifested what they desire, they become kind of like scared. And I think, this is something I really want to talk a little bit more in the future. It is such a deep witch wound in so many ways, because the reason why we kind of stop ourselves from moving into our own authentic power is because we've been persecuted before, and we carry that memory, that cellular memory in us in a big way, and it kind of stops us from really flashing out, and becoming who we really are in a beautiful way, in the most divine way, the most natural way, really. And everything I do here is all about really aligning you in this beautiful vortex where you are truly aligned with freedom, abundance, and your own unstoppable vision. And to do that, you have to stop divorcing yourself from your true nature. First and foremost, not divorcing yourself from the the nature that is all around us is already something that is quite challenging for so many of us. And that is why I want to talk about what happens when manifesting what you want is not enough. When that happens, most of the time, I would say it's because there is no anchoring in of that higher vibrational frequency that you have achieved, right? You being able to align with that manifestation is because your vibrational frequency has matched that level, and that has created a reality in this dimension. Most people, it's easy, right? Because we are all creatrixes. We are all creatrixes. There are no exceptions. We are constantly creating our own lives. And so, because we are able to create that, but we're not creating consciously and intentionally or deliberately, even, a lot of times we think that, oh, we were lucky, or that we hit a jackpot and this would never happen again, or all these mind-made ego tripping thoughts that kind of takes the power away from us as creatrixes. So when I work with my clients, the first thing we want to do is really to begin to release those subconscious dissonances. Because those subconscious dissonances are the ones holding you back from truly being present to your own sacred power, your sacred gifts, your own ability to create. And when we begin to move out of those dissonances, and that is when you start to really embody who you really are, you know, standing up for yourself, saying no and actually feeling deeply aligned and not turning back because you're afraid that someone else would hate you or be angry with you, right? That is when you begin to own your work and say, this is how much I charge, and that is it. If you don't like it, go away, right? All bless you. Thank you. You can find someone else. I'm not the right one for you. And you can say it with so much love and compassion because now you are truly embodied. You actually believe that, yes, this is what I created, and I have the power to create even more of that. And I have the power to create exactly what I desire in my life. And at the same time, and this is the one that really accentuates your authentic power, you understand that when you create, you are all at the same time unattached from the outcomes. This is the power. This is the sacred juice, the juiciness that comes when my clients move into the vortex of the Siren Goddess. You know, this immersion is truly, truly special for me because I call myself a divine energy alchemist. I work with energy on a very, very deep level. I don't tap into stories. The mental stories are the one thing that keeps you stuck. And that's why I move directly into your raw energy and I work with you together to release those energetic dissonance. Secondly, you have to embody your enlightenment. Hi, Karen. Oh my gosh. Hello, Divine One. You have to embody your enlightenment. Enlightenment is it's not an exceptional thing. It's not an extraordinary thing. Let me just put it that way. We all have this beautiful mind that spearheads such intelligence that we have become so identified with the mind. But what if you could reconnect the mind and the body and the spirit and actually allow all of them to work together, which you are, by the way, a soul who is meant to work in that beautiful divine orchestration. You know, you're not the mind. But the reason why there are so many manifestations that don't last is because there was no anchoring in and there's no embodiment. It's kind of like, oh, I love this example. You probably heard it before. It's kind of like, you know, people who are like significantly broke and they won the lottery and they're suddenly like overnight, like super wealthy, right? And then after 2 months, they are back down to zero, right? Why? Because they didn't embody the new wealth frequency. They believe that, you know, there is some kind of luck involved and this is not going to last, and boom, they're back into square one. That is what it means to be like, oh, I fell back into square one. I fell back to sub-zero. But the truth is that the reason why you keep falling back into the same pattern is because there is a mind-made constriction that is holding you back from really owning your power. You're pretty much giving away your power when you're saying that, oh, that just happened, but it's not gonna last, or that happened, but I'm not sure what happened. And it's probably not going to happen ever again, you know? So I just want to put this out there for you because the work is in embodiment. There needs to be so much, you know, awareness around that. And when you become more and more aware of the fact that you are the soul and that you are in the driver's seat of your life, you are the creatrix, you wield energy in such a different way that you know when you put your mind to something, you're actually channeling, you're actually training your mind to go forth and take those aligned actions. And when I say aligned actions, they are actually soul aligned. They are aligned with something you feel, hear, your intuition that is just bursting forth like a fountain, right? Karen, yeah. I mean, absolutely. Money is an amplifier. So, what our beliefs are, it will amplify. Yes. I mean, it is with everything in energy, right? And we all tend to forget that money is energy. Money is absolutely energy. So, questions to really ask yourself, right? Be it money, be it your career, be it, success or reputation, whatever it is that you desire right now. Ask yourself, really, like, what is it that I believe in that? What is it do I believe in that? The road to manifesting that, right? Are you taking manic actions, right? You keep doing, and not actually being conscious about what's going on inside of you. It's like you've got the strategy, you've got the plan, okay, great, but you just keep going forward because somehow it gives you a sense of control, but actually it's not aligned with what you truly desire. It's not aligned with the calling in you. It's a wake, it's a feeling, it's like I have this client who came to me when she was really, really confused about, she's got this amazing career going. She's an artist, she's a professor, everything was going swimmingly. And then she came to me saying that she saw one of my live sessions. She's like, everything you said in there just hit me like a big, punch in the gut, because I realized that, the reason why I procrastinate, the reason why I stop collaboration halfway through, the reason why I get into all these, patterns that keeps repeating over and over again is because I have certain things that I don't want to look at. And then we work together to allow her to look at those things. And it is so important because your desire comes hand in hand with all those things that you fear. If you have the techniques, the toolkit, right? I don't like the word techniques, but let's just say the beautiful divine rituals to remember how to open up that box, the Pandora's box again. You won't fear it anymore. You won't fear going there because now you know that they are meant to be here to create the diamond, the gold that you are, and that is alchemy. Alchemy doesn't happen without the icky stuff. Alchemy doesn't happen without the icky stuff. Hi, Elizabeth. I just saw your message. I'll get back to you in a bit. I don't know what you said, but I'm going to get back to you, my love. Elizabeth is a divine, beautiful goddess. And so she's one of the brave souls who just said, fuck yes, to her soul calling. And the reason why so many women are afraid of diving full force into their dreams is that one thing that holds them back, that says, well, I was lucky, it's not going to happen again, or well, I can manifest, but I just can't hold on to it, and so what's the point, right? So here's the point. If you want to manifest and you want 100% go bigger and actually say, yes, that was my creation, that is my creation, and I can create even more from here, then learn to get good with embodying who you really are, because that is pretty much the essence of the law of attraction. I can put it out here right now. I was talking about that divine client of mine. She is exceptionally, she's like a star seed. She loves, just so in tune. She creates tarot cards, she creates oracle cards, and yet she can't land in this dimension. And I don't want that for any other women anymore. That's why she and I, we went hell-bent together. I was like, you know what? I lay my life on the line with you. Let's do it, right? And she and I just went full on. We went into the darkest caverns. We went in and really released those energy. And to be honest, I really say this with all my heart because I've done the alchemical work and I still do it every single day with myself and the clients that I work with. I can tell you that it's not as scary as you think it is. It's not. It's actually really beautiful. And it truly is a skill set that you can take with you for your entire life. Why? Because now you're not afraid of your own womanhood. You're not afraid of your own power. You are here to shine your light. And you have to be the one who's so fucking clear about who you are before anyone else can really know, right? We're not waiting for anyone to rescue us anymore. We have to stand in our own voice and in our own power and believe truly that yes, we are here to create a new reality. And yes, we are so supported. We're supported by the source power in us. We're supported by all the women, all the people, all the beings, and the most divine nature. Nature herself, Mother Gaia, they are all here to support us to rise. So what are you waiting for? Manifestation is you. Manifestation is your power. Money is an amplifier. Yes, Karen said it the best. It just keeps amplifying when you stand in your vortex of stillness, when you become that vortex of stillness. Like nothing is impossible. And I want you to know this because we are such beautiful divine beings. And I say this as part of this big movement. We are here because we want to share our light. We want to raise the vibrational frequency of this earth. We're here with a mission. We have a purpose. And you all want to know that. You want to awaken that, right? You want to know, what am I here to do? How do I help? How can I be of service? But first and foremost, you gotta learn to listen. You gotta learn to listen to your soul, yourself. Who are you? And time is now. The time is now to speak up, to really, really, really own the fact that you are a creatrix. And I know that, what I offer here is something perhaps that is, I don't know. I mean, I hardly have seen anyone else who's done this work in the way that I do it. This is how I say it, and this is how I really see it. I say it as I sees it. The way I move with the energy is through tea ceremony. And when I speak about tea, I talk about leaves and trees that come from their own spiritual and ancestral land. So I'm working with ancestral wisdom. I'm working with ancient wisdom. I'm working with that deep-seated knowing in you. It's a remembrance. Something in you heard my voice and you heard my call. And yet you're waiting for that, I don't know, ascertaining moment where it tells you that, yep, you're ready. But the fact is, you're never ready. You will never be ready. We have to move with so much faith, especially right now when the world is showing us extreme duality. The duality will be more and more stark because the time is now for us to rise. We have to rise and speak and share this divine light. For me, is to share that no, duality doesn't exist. Polarity is here for us to become the precious gold, to turn our pain into purpose. Yes, we need, it's so beautiful. The other day I was channeling, and even the universe breathes in two beats, and our hearts beats in twos, right? When the universe expands, it anchors in that new frequency, and then it expands again and it anchors in. Just like our heart, it beats. Duk, 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 duk. It's a universal pulse. We are the universe. How beautiful is that? I mean, I get goosebumps just feeling into that precious energy. So why are we bringing ourselves down? Why are we staying stuck in this whole scarcity mindset of not having enough, not being good enough, not worthy? Why? Enough is enough. We need to rise, get really good at this, get the mentorship that you need. Because if you are seeing this, you are worthy. You are so worthy already. Honestly speaking, I come from a place where I was worth nothing to myself. Honestly, I told this story before. I'll just keep it short because I'm going on and on. But honestly, I didn't want to look at my own body. I hated my body. I hated my own skin tone even. I hated the way I spoke. I hated everything about myself. And I just think right now, looking back, I feel so much love for that girl, that Liying back in the day, because she never felt like she belonged. But now, because of me, truly crossing paths with T-Spirit, I was able to reconnect with my ancestors. I was able to deeply, deeply, deeply work with a plant that showed me so many divine visions and downloads and insights into how I can share this. And in the process of doing that, I actually began to release my ancestors from their own guilt and their own wounds as well. And it was a beautiful experience. I wish everyone could have that, because we've said so much about what our parents have done to us and the wounds that we carry from our ancestors. But we don't know, or at least I want you to know, that you have the capability to set that free. You're here to transmute that, right? I always say this, we don't need any more healers to suffer in order to heal the world. More sufferings will be perpetuated when you suffer in your healing. So yes, that includes undercharging, overgiving, overexhausting yourself. These things are not given from an overflow. They're not given from love. Love is gravity. Love is deeply, deeply in tune with who we really are. So once you tune into the frequency of love, your true nature is there. Your true nature is right there. And your true nature is, you are a manifester. You are a creatrix. So don't ever let that ego tell you that, you're not gonna succeed. You're gonna fail. You're gonna spend it all. It will never come back. If you believe that voice, of course, then that is going to be your reality, right? Because you created that. Thank you, Karen. My heart is just so full and so right now, because I truly, truly believe that everyone deserves to have a most divine, beautiful life. And anyone can say that to you. You won't even believe an ounce of it until you actually want to, until you choose to, until you decide that that is going to be your reality and nothing else. No negotiations, nothing less than that. That was for me too. That was what I did. And my frequency just keeps going up because I do the work to transmute the pain. And it will not stop until perhaps the day I draw my last breath. Yeah. But I believe that my spirit will keep going on and on. It never stops. It never stops. But I do my best every day as I enjoy this human experience. I think, connecting with all of you beautiful women is such a joy, such a pleasure, really. Okay, my loves. So one thing I want to share before I hop off is that I have a Rebirth Online Accelerator Retreat. It's a 2-day event on a weekend on the 30th and 31st of July. I only have 10 spots available, and the early bird tickets are on sale right now. So they'll be available as the spots are available. If they are sold out, they are sold out. The early bird tickets are only available until the 11th of July, and then the price will go up after that significantly. So if you are interested in working with me and you want to check out my work, this 2-day intensive will be perfect for you. Or if you want to hop in and you want to immerse yourself in the 90-day immersion as a Siren Goddess, book a Sacred Traits Transformation call with me. Book that call with me. We'll have a heart-to-heart. check in with what's going on with you, gain some clarity for you. And if it's a fuck yes, let's do it. Let's go co-create the most fully aligned life that you can ever live on purpose in your own authentic power, because that is what I'm here for. Okay, my loves. All right. I'm gonna sign off. I have messages to respond to, and I'm gonna get to you all soon. If you have any comments, thank you, Karen. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, everyone else who's watching on the replay or on the live. Sending you so much love, blessings. I'll be back very soon because I know that there are some topics that you want me to talk about. Sending you big kisses. Thank you, Karen. Always, I come from the heart. I always do, and I never do anything otherwise. Big kisses. Bye bye.